Well, with my main saboteur as a stickler, which is a perfectionist, it just stopped me from doing so many things throughout my entire life.
Hello and welcome to our Spotlight series. I'm your host, Carla, Egan, and today we're talking to a relationship, life purpose and well-being coach who is all about supporting people to find joy in their life. Now that's a word that not many people use in their life, and I like it, joy. Now she's been on her own journey herself through divorce and alcoholism, and she's come through the other side where she's found joy in her own life. Welcome to our guest today, Janelle Clayton-Wilks from Awakenings Life Coaching. And Janelle joins us from Nerang in Queensland, Australia. Welcome.
Thanks, Carla. Thanks for this opportunity.
It's great to have you. Now, you're here today, Janelle, to talk about how you found joy in your life. And I understand it relates to discovering your saboteurs. Now, for those that are listening and following our Spotlight series, this perhaps for many might be a new phrase or a new term. So, Janelle, can you enlighten us? What are saboteurs?
Yes, certainly, Carla. It is a term that I'd never heard of until a few years ago either. But I certainly knew of their presence within me because saboteurs, their umbrella is our judge, and we all know we've got a judge inside, that nasty part, that one that always keeps us back. But our saboteurs are more personal to us. They're the part in us that really blocks us from moving forward, keeping happiness, and just really having our best possible life.
I notice you use the word, or you use plurals when you're talking about saboteurs. So how many do we have, and does everyone have them?
Everyone has some. There are a total of 9 possibilities under the judge, but everyone shows up differently with how many they have and how strong they are within them. It just depends. Everybody's different. It all depends on upbringing and how we've lived our lives. But there are 9, as I said. Most people have between 2 and 6 that are quite strong in their lives.
Fascinating. Now, going back to your journey, through a divorce and alcoholism, how did your saboteurs block you from achieving what you wanted in life?
Well, with my main saboteur as a stickler, which is a perfectionist, it just stopped me from doing so many things throughout my entire life, even before I began recovery. And that was nearly 32 years ago. So it's a long time ago. But my perfectionism really, really blocked me off from possibilities because it just stopped me from taking steps forward. I just had beliefs that I wasn't good enough or couldn't do things perfectly enough, and that included the people around me.
It's really amazing. Like, I think a lot of people will relate to the judge. I have a love-hate relationship with my own judge, but also the saboteur that relates to perfectionism. So for those that might be listening, Janelle, how do you help people identify what their 1 or 2 or, like you mentioned, 6 saboteurs might be, and how do you help them identify that? And probably more importantly, how do you lessen the level of influence that they might have on your life?
Well, Carla, there's a questionnaire that I ask people to do, and that really highlights their main saboteurs, and it gives them a number level in those saboteurs. And from that, we really investigate how they are apparent in their lives. We really see how they show up in a person's life, and then we learn to lessen their impact by replacing them with the other side of us that we mostly haven't even given much attention to, and that is our wiser side, our sage side, which is all about gifts and opportunities. So the sage side then takes over and diminishes the power of our saboteurs.
So you're talking about identifying what somebody's saboteurs are and the influence of the impact that they have on that person, and whether it's helping them achieve the goals that they want or maybe preventing them from doing that. And then there's a sage that is another strategy that you engage in to get what you want in life? Tell us a little bit more about sages.
Yes. Well, the sage side of us is that side that it comes from a totally different part of our brain, and it's the part that, as I said, sees things from possibilities and opportunities, whereas our saboteurs want to keep us back and prevent us from moving forward, keeping us safe, or just not really participating in our best lives. But our sage side shows us different tools. It really uses empathy, curiosity, exploration to really see the best in every situation. And it really pulls us along. And whereas our saboteurs push us into action that often isn't congruent with our hearts. And that's why we have so much blockage to joy, I believe, because we're just being forced to do things that don't really sit right in us.
It sounds like you have found joy and you have a better relationship with your saboteurs and your sage by the sound of it, Janelle. What an interesting concept. And we all have them. And I think this is a really fascinating topic to be having right now when people are on that discovery, that inner journey work, because this is part of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we're almost out of time, but I do have one last question for you. What does it mean joining the coaching directory? What does that mean to you and your business, Janelle?
Well, for my business, it allows me to be seen on a broader level. And Carla really matches us up in a beautiful way with other coaches in our community so that we can see how other people are doing things, and also with the greater community, really showcasing our skills and where we can really help people. I just want to be seen so that I can help as many people as I possibly can, so that other people don't have to experience the pain that I did for as long as I did. So it's a beautiful showcase of life coaches.
Wonderful. And look, that brings us to the end of our Spotlight interview. Thanks, Janelle, for shining the spotlight on our saboteurs and our sages.
Thank you so much, Carla. This has been a wonderful experience, and you make it so easy, really.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure. And for those of you that might be listening, if you want to explore more with Janelle, please be sure to connect with her via the coaching directory. And thank you to our listeners for joining us and following our Spotlight series. If you enjoy our show, please like and review us, and be sure to catch us on the next episode. This is Carla Egan from the Coaching Directory, where we connect you to your ideal coach.